The fifth commandment, honor your father and mother. The word honor means reverence, submission, and gratitude. Let me just talk briefly about gratitude. Matthew 15:46. God commanded, honor your father and mother. Whoever reviles father and mother must surely die. 1 Timothy 5:4-8. But if a widow has children or grandchildren, let them first show godliness to their own household to make some return to the parents, for this is pleasing in the sight of God. Make some return. What that means is look after your household. Okay, let them show godliness to their own household to make some return to the parents. Look after the parents. So family support is a primary support for the elderly. It's not the state. Okay, not the government. If they do, they abdicate their duty. So if you leave to the government and the state to look after your parents and grandparents, etc., and when the children have the ability to look after them, they are really not honoring their parents. The Bible said, basically they abdicate their duty. 1 Timothy chapter 5. Let me read that. Okay. So it is 1 Timothy chapter 5. 1 Timothy chapter 5. Chapter 5, verse 4. Okay, let's do that. Verse 4. Okay, but if a widow has children and grandchildren, let them first to show godliness to their own household, to make some return to the parents. For this is pleasing in the sight of God. Did you hear that? Show godliness and make some return to the parents. That's the language. Godliness, people get away from it. You say, oh, godliness, what does that mean? To your parents? Okay, but is showing and show some return to the parents. Okay, let me see NIV version. But if a widow has children or grandchildren, this should learn first of all to put their religion into practice by caring for their own family, so repaying their parents and grandparents, for this is pleasing to God. This is called paying back to the parents and grandparents. NIV say that. So the idea that putting our parents and grandparents into state care or government care, family should be the first line of defense. Family should be the first line of support. Church supports elderly relatives if their relatives are unstable, unable to do that as an extended family. Okay, if the children can do it, grandchildren can do it, the church can step in to help out. So honor in this sense is a sense of gratitude. Like honor your father, mother, carries a sense of gratitude towards your father and mother. Like Paul wrote their children and grandchildren to make some return to their parents, which I read in NIV is to by caring for their own family. So repaying their parents and grandparents. That is godliness. And the Bible actually says, for this is pleasing to God. Let me conclude now. If you look after your parents when they get old, that is pleasing to God. If you don't look after them, don't honor them, don't take care of them, and leave it to the state and whatnot, that is not pleasing to God.